Oh no, I'm cut slightly off, but hi the internet. I'm gonna fix this cut while we do these stuff.
Not playing another game.
I'm okay that you're playing
Absolutely
West.
not.
It's okay.
What are you talking about?
Why would I assume that you would do such a thing?
I would never join in on your stream while playing another game. That's why.
Why would anybody think that such a thing would happen? Who can even say?
Yeah. I am finishing a WoW daily though.
That's fine. I couldn't.
As much as it is.
I couldn't.
As much as this game is a meme, I would have just bailed on it to play with you, but I'm playing with someone and didn't want to let them know.
It's fine. I can't even pretend to be offended about this. So while everything
and I do not have to do a whole lot, honestly. So
that's fine. I'm still recutting anyway, so life is okay. That's pretty damn close. That's pretty damn close. I'll take that. So last we left off, I'll start a recap for us while we're finishing everything up. But last we left off in the Ironsworn universe.
It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute, and it's only episode 5. Who knew?
It's episode 5 already. Wow.
Yeah, this is technically 5. What up, DJ? So last we left off, we were on the process of. Let me pull up Roll 20 too. That helps. We were on the hunt for the person who assassinated our settlement leader.
Yeah, fuck him.
And it was a very, very good assassin known as, I believe it was Kara? Kara? No.
No, that's a different one.
That's the other. That's the person we first fought.
Yeah.
I'll have the name in a second.
Yeah, we have it in the doc.
It is in the doc, and it is in. Where are we at? Current situation. Nope, that's that. Mila.
Yeah, that's right.
Mila is the assassin that took out our settlement leader. And we quested off in a means to bring about revengeance and bring some ease to our settlement. We almost had them. Figured out and tracked until we ran into a bunch of Naruto runners and had to fight them to death.
I don't know if they were Naruto running.
No, but they're ninjas basically.
Yeah.
But we fought them with pretty much less of issues. I don't think we really had many issues beating them. Captured one and found out a little bit more information.
Yeah, we did a cool thing. We updated our battle tactics.
We did.
Normally tactically our thing is that you are kind of at the forefront and I play like kind of the support role. But because these guys were like hiding and striking from the shadows and stuff, it was Hersham and his bows time to shine while you like phalanxed and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, we actually had a very, very cool setup for fighting those boys down. You managed to shoot down one of them basically to the death, and the other one just to injure them enough to keep them to talk, in which they did. And he gave us the information. He gave us the information to find them. However, we just couldn't. I know he was lying. That was it.
He gave us the wrong info.
He gave us some bad info to save his life, and after we had followed that info blindly and kind of stupidly, we found ourselves wrong way. Now, with the knowledge that Mila knows we are coming in a trapped forest that we are not 100% familiar with.
Yeah.
So we leave off on we open up with our party basically standing around going, what now? Because we are...
Yeah. So it's you, me. Do we have the mammoth?
We have Chandra. We have
and my son.
and your son, your glorious son.
Because I have a son.
You do have a son. I forget his name right off the top of my head, but you do have a son.
How could you forget my beautiful boy's name, Adion?
Adion, thank you. It's been a hot minute, and Amara's just so dumbfounded about what happened. How could somebody be so honorless to provide false information and lead us astray?
I think that's the problem, is that we were just way too trusting.
Yeah, we fully expected that we had this guy by the proverbial coattails, and just assumed that we had no reason that this dude would like lie to us. So we have to resume our progress for the edgy ninja forest trap maze.
Yeah. Think Ninja Scroll.
Yep. Think ninjutsu.
You ever watch Ninja Scroll?
What was that?
You ever watch Ninja Scroll?
I did not watch Ninja Scroll.
Man.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. It was good.
Maybe I'll have to give it the old once over. So I think the next step is just to continue the progress and make some moves to continue and resume our progress. We don't need to undertake the journey, which would have been the starting point of that. So we're into just our normal journey moves, I guess.
Yeah.
Quest moves. Yeah. So we need to. Nope. We swear the vow. What to do? Nope. That's none of that. Fate moves. All right. Yeah. So the next step would be to. Where is that movement? Not test. Those are not relationships.
All right. Hold on.
No, it is undertake the journey. Okay.
No, we're going to. Yeah. Hold on. I need to like pull it.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm looking because I think it is. Yeah, undertake the journey because we make progress or we do things like that. So we're traveling. Yeah, because when you travel across hazardous or unfamiliar lands, we've done that, and then we have to roll our next segment plus wits, or whatever we decide is appropriate. If there's something else we did. Oh no, we've set off. So yeah, but the next step would be that. So what do you think we go about here next is the question mark. Because do we try to get some more information? Maybe we
the new zoom function is in.
What was that?
The new zoom in and out function is in.
Oh boy.
How exciting.
Very exciting.
I am looking for my tab.
For that, it's okay. It's okay. I have to sneeze anyways.
Yeah, sneeze right into that microphone.
Sweet, sweet. No, I covered it down my shirt, but it did not go very well, so it's all good.
Just right on in there.
That good sneezing ASMR.
Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm not on push to talk anymore, thank Christ. Okay. Very good. What am I doing? I'm the lookup. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you are A-okay. So I'll tell you what. I'm gonna undertake the next throw for undertake the journey. I'll take the first one because I think it's just basically backtracking to where we think we were in the forest. So I don't mind. I'll take the first throw of the night and throw some wits if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's throw some wits.
I guess I should pull up your stream.
You're good. You're fine.
Read chat and all.
There's nothing really going on in chat. We got a week, which means we reach our waypoint and mark progress, but we're -1 supply.
Hell yeah.
Which is fine. We are at 2+2 supply.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that sounds right. least that's what I'm at if we take the -1, so that seems fair to me. I think it's just us, it's the okay, back we go. Let's try and figure out where let's go back to where we were and figure out what's going on there and try and figure out where it's actually located. Maybe we missed something at the trap. Maybe there's some tracks or something. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. So wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm wildly disorganized here.
You're okay.
So we marked how much progress?
We marked it's a
2 tour?
It's a tour because it's dangerous.
That's right.
We are in a dangerous journey. It's 2 progress per waypoint, so we got 2 full progress. We are at 3.
So I want to I think I want to try to God, what are my stats? How does this game even work?
How do we game, guys?
I think for my move, I want to. Where are we at in supply? Sorry,
we're
at +2 now.
+2 now. We lost 1 for travel.
We're at +6 momentum.
I have +5, but I believe +6 is probably right because we gained a lot of momentum back.
+6 momentum. I'm at 3 health.
Yeah, I'm at 4.
And I'm at 2 spirit. Oh god. Oh, that's right. I had a fucking crisis last time.
Yeah, you had an actual crisis.
I forgot I had I had like a mental breakdown last time.
That's right, because everything we knew had been a lie.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to I think I want to gather some information.
That seems good.
Which means I'm going to roll plus wits. And I think I'm like, as you are kind of guiding us in and through, I think Hersham is just kind of like because I was hurt and like kind of shaken, so I think I'm riding on the back of Chandra. I'm riding on the back of our mammoth.
Yes.
And I think I'm just kind of like scouting and keeping an eye out for these like weird ninjas.
Yeah, because we know that they're out there somewhere, and we know that they're So I think that's very fair. So plus wits, are we acting within a community? Not at this point. So.
No, we're in a fucking weird ninja.
We're in a weird ass forest, so no. All right, throw some dice then.
All right, I'm gonna roll plus wits.
Smash
do I have? We got a weak hit.
All right, that's pretty good. On a weak hit, the information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover, or ask the Oracle and take +1 momentum. So what do you see that makes this more dangerous?
I think... And
momentum goes up to...
Yeah, we get +7 momentum.
Yes. So what do you see?
I mean, I think I just, like, I see that there's, like... I think what it is I realize that there's like some fucking weird magic at work here. I think like I'm kind of like staying vigilant and I'm looking out and I'm like trying to make sure we're not getting ambushed or anything. We don't get ambushed. Yeah. But I think as we're looking through, we kind of get from Hersham's perspective that we like pass a tree. And we like pass a tree that looks a lot like it, and I'm like, and I like stop us for a second, and I like take my dagger with like the runes etched in it that I use to swear the iron vows with, and I just kind of like make a little mark in the side of the tree, and then we like cut to like a little bit later, and like we pass by the same one with the mark, and I go, oh, okay, and I explain to you and to Adion and I assume our mammoth that I'll say I think that there's more going on here than we originally thought.
Oh, in what way?
Look, this is where I marked here before, and we just passed by it. So I think there's some sort of illusory magic going on that is causing us to double back.
That sounds right, but who uses this level of magic? I know you and I can't do that.
Yeah, certainly not. But I mean, there's all sorts of weird shit and monsters and
Yeah, you're right. Could be one of the original, the old folk of this land, I suppose.
I think this what's his name? Hersham would totally remember his name, but Steve doesn't because it's been a very long time.
Mira or
the name of the guy.
Yeah, Mila.
Mila or Mila?
Mila M.
Mila, yeah. I think this Mila might be a little bit more than just a really good assassin. I think we might be dealing with something a bit more sinister here. And I jump down off the thing and I say I'll lead us, and I start marking all of the trees.
Okay.
Just to like kind of like make sure that we're progressing in a path. It's like
in like a straight line.
Yeah. Which I think if like makes sense to you, I think gives me a bonus to trying to undertake the journey next.
I think that would either give you some sort of an advantage or some sort of a like a positive in the outcome, maybe like negating something that comes out or something. But I agree because it is an answer to the problem at hand.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of like using my dagger and just like my general kind of like I'm basically a ranger, and I'm gonna try to like ranger our way through this by undertaking a journey to try to get us progress toward our next.
All right. I think I'm gonna give you I'm gonna aid you in your I'm gonna take the aid action and aid an ally.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and give you like very like particular like point, like help you point out like mark this one or no, like just basically like give you the extra set of eyes to be like, we've seen this or things of that nature.
Yeah, and it's probably like I show you how I mark the trees.
Yeah.
And I probably come up with a system for like we approached this one from this direction, we approached this one from here, like this is the symbol for when we approach one from the north, this is from the west. We're essentially trying to map out the lost woods.
We're oh god, what's the thing they do in like Japan that they make like kids do where you go out and like they have to like follow and navigate to different points. Oh my god, there's an actual term for it. I can't remember.
We're geocaching.
Kind of like that, but not quite. God, I don't.
So you're gonna try to aid me?
I'm going to aid you. I'm going to give you. Okay. So I'm going to try to secure an advantage with, but give you the results of it for observation, so plus wits.
Okay.
And when let me double check my assets. When you aid when I aid an ally, you get +1 and you'll get a momentum on a hit. So we'll give you even more of a bonus. So let's get some good stuff. Yeah, we want to burn that momentum for a strong hit 100%.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's do that. Let's go back to +2.
So we go back to +2.
Yeah.
So that gives me a +1 on this next roll.
Plus a momentum, so we'll go up to 3.
And it gives us a momentum, so we go up to 3.
And we gain is it secure? Yeah. When you hold on. Where was aid? Because it said, where was it? I literally just read it. Aid your ally when you secure an advantage. Okay, I was looking at secure an advantage. We gain advantage, choose 1. We can either make another move now and add 1, or prepare to act and take 2 momentum. So
I think we're making another move now and adding 1.
And now you're +2 for it.
Right. Yeah. Cool. All right. Kablam. Let's see. Let's see how we do. Yeah,
Yeah.
look at
Look at that
that.
beautiful strong hit. So that is
Only powerful hits here.
strong hit. We reach a waypoint. It is unknown. Envision it, and then we either get to mark progress or trade momentum for trade supply for momentum. I think we just take progress because we're only we can take a moment to resupply, but we are at 2 supply.
Reach a waypoint. Envision that. So we mark progress, and then we make good use of our resources and mark progress. Wait.
So either
So we can only mark progress.
No, both are mark progress.
So we can mark progress twice.
We mark progress. We either choose one. So either we just mark progress, or we mark progress and take a momentum but give up a supply.
Okay. What's the thing that the mammoth lets us do?
The mammoth lets us.
What's the ability?
When we undertake a journey, we may add +2 but suffer 1 momentum. So we can trade a momentum for 2, but we. Gotcha. So we can use that whenever we need to. Because these are all undertake journeys.
So I think it might be better to just mark progress.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to, because like the next thought I had is maybe we like trade. I might take a resupply action actually just after this to kind of give ourselves some like that.
I don't think we can resupply without sojourning.
No, you can. The action is resupply when you hunt, forage, or scavenge. So we can technically like stop. It's basically like, okay, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna like just take a quick like hunt, like maybe find like.
I think I have an ability for that too.
Do you? Okay, if you do, like, don't get me wrong, I'd rather not waste a turn on resupplying, but I'm willing to use my action for that.
I've got improviser. When you throw caution to the wind and make an impulsive move in a risky situation, you may add +2. And take +1 momentum on a strong hit, but count a weak hit as a miss.
I respect that play, but
that's the true agent of chaos.
It really is. I respect that decision if that's the case, but like,
yeah. Okay, so let's keep working on this journey.
Do you want to keep working? You don't want to take any.
We're at 5 now, right?
We're at 5 now.
Okay. Do we? So I think we should. Yeah, let me try to gather some information again.
Okay. I think the waypoint we hit is like it finally, after cutting scenes of like, okay, like you show us where we're marking, it kind of shows maybe like Amara pointing out, like, nope, this way, we came from this way, and it's like the next thing is like maybe like a nice like pond that we've not really seen before, and it's like, okay, Amara's like, we've done it, we finally found the path forward, I believe.
Okay, yeah, we like get through this like weird like
Lost Woods
illusion. We get through the Lost Woods. We did it.
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, now we continue this path forward. So which way is forward?
All right. Yeah, so we get into a new area, and I think that's why I gather information, right? Because it's like, oh, all right, what's next?
Yeah, what thing are they throwing at us next?
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll plus wits. Okay, I think is how I do.
Yeah, it's plus wits because we're undertaking the journey.
All right. I wish I could roll plus hard at stuff. That's what I'm good at. I'm a talky boy.
You are a talky boy. I respect it.
Ooh,
a strong hit. So either we mark progress.
We're rolling the opposite of how we did last session.
Yep. So we get
last session's how we got into this death maze.
Seriously. All right. So we take our 2 progress, and do we want to pick up a momentum for a supply?
I was gathering information.
Oh, gathering information. I'm sorry. So that's discover something helpful and specific, and then +2 momentum. So we're at 5 momentum. Sorry.
The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. Okay. So
what gives us the clear vision forward?
Yeah. I think there's like like we like as we're walking, like we like walk around the lake, and as we're walking around the lake, um we see like a thin strand of wire, like a tripwire, and like Hersham notices it really quickly, and has everyone stop. And I think like that's the thing that I notice, is that like there's like trip wires and like traps kind of laden around.
Mhm.
But since I've seen them once, I like notice them. Maybe I take out some like powder or like flour from our supply,
Mhm.
and I can like sprinkle them on the
trap wires to
the traps, so that you and Adion can see them better.
Yeah.
And I say, just watch your step, and
Well,
we like bypass that trap.
and it's like Amara trying to like guide Chandra's foot over this big ass like these like wires.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, come forward.
trying to guide our mammoth,
Our mammoth over these trip wires.
but
But it does work. She's a very agile mammoth, obviously.
Chandra's an incredibly dexterous mammoth.
She's very good. Like, let's be real. She wouldn't be like my steed if she wasn't like ready to like jump and turn on
Yes.
let me spear stuff at the last instant. Come on.
My noble mammoth steed, forward.
Considering I have an ability for that, yeah.
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 Okay. So we did that. So we take +2 momentum.
Yep, so we're at 5.
Sick. Powerful moves. And then we roll to reach that next waypoint, I think.
Unless we want to do something else, then yeah, I think I'll throw to find the next waypoint, unless you've got a reason to.
No, but I'll aid you though.
Sure. Well, you just made the last throw, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know that you would have an action. I think it would just go to me, because aiding is like using your turn to provide that advantage. So
would the fact that I found that count as a +1 to you? Because that's what we did for the last one.
I'm fine with that. I think that's fair by me, honestly.
Yeah, fine with me.
Right.
It's our campaign. It's your advantage. Use it when you need it. I have some real bad dice luck, and I need advantage now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unless we want to, yeah, because we're just marking progress and not taking the momentum. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just take the let's get it out of here while we can. Is there a button to clear these things? Oh, modify. Aha! Here it is. I was like trying to figure it out, because I've had all of these progress tracks.
Yeah, there's 2 to just get rid of them. Yeah.
There we go.
Classic.
Yeah. I still wanna try to get to like at least 9 before we try to get.
Oh yeah. No. Considering we blew, like somehow that got blown. Yeah. I'm on board for 9.
Last time it failed stupendously.
Yeah, so I agree. Like, let's get to 9 again. Let's at least take the other. I think you just continue the journey. Like, I think we just get on to the next waypoint.
Yeah. I think
you just continue to undertake the journey and throw some wits.
Well, I think, let's see. I could do that, and we've got some momentum to spare.
Or, well, it just gives you.
I think I wanna try to secure an advantage.
Give it the next action something.
Yeah,
It'll be
well,
worse.
so hear me out. I think the last thing, the last like kind of like trap, that not trap, but like the last thing in the forest that we have to make it through is like some sort of like riddle thing. Some sort of like thing we need to like there's you know, well, so like we've established, right, that like this whole little arc that we've been in is full anime.
Yeah, we're basically full
Like
anime.
we've
Yeah,
we've gone full anime, and so
yeah,
it wouldn't be a grim and perilous move towards the confrontation with the anime villain without having to deal with a lieutenant
it's
of
true.
some.
You are correct.
And so I think and it wouldn't be a cool, again, fully anime ninja maze without some sort of like lieutenant to the main guy who like puts us through some like weird like thing.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
That's
That's
my
pretty much
thought. That's
anime.
that's my thought here. And so like I think that there's a like we come upon a clearing, and there's a stump at the end, and we see a guy kind of like sitting cross-legged and like playing a harp or something. Like
Hmm.
we've like heard this music this whole like
Time.
it's
It's been
been
the
kind of
background music this whole
it's been
time,
the
and
score, and we like see this guy, and we see him, and he like says something along the lines of, um, if you wish to pass, you must give me a good reason. And so like it's like one of those like weird word riddles, and I
yeah.
want to try to um secure an advantage
Okay.
with this guy by establishing a rapport and rolling plus heart,
Okay. I'm
which
with
is my
that.
very long explanation, and we took a bit of a journey
We
to
went
get
on a
here.
journey there, and I appreciate. I love. Don't get me wrong. You sold me because I like this change of pace, but I'm with it. So throw that.
Yeah,
I think that throw that plus heart.
I'm thinking like when you're like, because again, I'm thinking like the touchstone is like the lost woods, and I'm thinking about the time that you like come across the skull kid
Yeah, and he's
who's like
there.
playing the flute,
All
and you
right,
have to
and I think this is a fair option because I think as long as you get a strong hit, I think there's good things ahead. So
yeah,
smash that heart button.
smash that, roll that heart footage.
Oh
Ah,
no,
weak hit.
weak hit.
All right,
So
weak hit's better than a no hit.
your advantage is short lived. We get +1 momentum,
Okay,
which is not bad.
so Hersham like talks to this guy and maybe like distracts him
Mhm.
long enough for Amara to like do something. I mean, if I don't know if you want to try to like murk this dude, or if we want to try to like,
The
you know,
honorable thing is for her not to murk this dude because she has no idea. Like Amara has no idea that this dude's necessarily bad. She just knows that there's this weird fucking dude in the middle of this. So like murking things is not necessarily like the honorable thing to do. But what
yeah,
I think she
maybe
would.
maybe we talk to like in talking to this like weird kind of like otherworldly like we know we're like noticing something's off about them. Maybe I don't know if like you want to like try to like roll like a
I might try to
notice
compel.
or a
I
perception
might
or
try
a
to.
yeah
I think I'm gonna try to compel him. Yeah, that seems like
yeah.
the right answer. And just basically kind of trying to think because the best option is my best option is to threaten or incite, but I don't want to do that. Um,
Yeah, I mean, you could, right?
actually,
Like,
we
'cause
could. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's probably the right answer.
like this like gives you
Yeah.
my roll gives you +1, so you're rolling plus
Yeah.
one. So like maybe
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
I'm kind of like talking to this guy and I'm trying to like get some information. Maybe it's you just being like, all right, like I'm fucking done with
Yeah.
this.
Like, listen, we've been wandering. It's just very much like, listen, we've been wandering around this forest for hours, and I refuse to be taken advantage of and strung along like this anymore. Where is that? Where is Mila? And you're going to take us to him and just attempt to kind of like, not like puff out the chest, but that sort of like kind of behavior where it's just
Mhm.
like, just tell us where we are. Like, we obviously have an advantage here.
Right. What's the or on a weak hit? Wait, what is ear compelling? Is that what this is? Um, um, yeah, like so there's like part of me is like I don't want to burn the momentum because like the next thing we're gonna do once we finish this is like fight this nerd. Um, though my argument for burning momentum here is that we we're much better at fighting than we are at like journeying. So like when we confront this dude and we're fighting him, I think it'll be much easier for us to do that with like sans momentum. Oh really? Also, your stream is not the right screen. No.
Curse you, Ironsworn. I think that's what it is. All right. Well, I'm just gonna stop touching my keyboard. Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw an action and see what he wants us to do. Or do I throw a Mystic Backlash?
No, well, like if we burn, are we burning for the weak hit?
We're burning for the if we're burning for the weak hit, we still have
Yeah, I
a
think
something
he
to do.
I think he just asks for like you're just like you're like I'm trying to like kind of schmooze this guy and talk to him, and you just kind of like put your spear down and you're like, okay, we don't have time to play your game, like what do you want? And he's like, blueberries. And you're just like, yes, blueberries, and we have to like take -1 supply to give this guy like
Oh,
the thing that he wants. It's like some weird
I see
thing.
what you're doing. All right. Well, support. I would say I'm with that, but I figured I'd see how that works anyway. So,
Mhm.
well,
Yeah, so I think like that's it. So we burn the momentum,
yep.
and he asks for like blueberries, I guess
Yeah,
is
he
what he
wants
asks for.
blueberries. Yeah,
Yeah, and we're just like, motherfucker, we've only got
yeah,
like one bag left. And
yeah.
he's
Like,
like, I'll take the bag. Just like, dude, but like
for
it's
fuck's
our
sake, come
food.
on. Like,
Blueberries, or you stay lost in this woods forever.
so then
It's like,
are we giving up a supply to complete this? Is the
yeah,
next step, and
yeah.
I think that's the
I
right
think
play.
that's what we do.
Yeah, I think that's the
So
right play
we
here.
go minus the supply, and I think that him letting us pass lets us progress
Yes,
in our thing.
I
We don't
agree.
have to I think we can mark progress
Yeah, I
after
think that would be
after
like
doing that.
we completed the task. That's progress. Puts us
Yeah.
to 9.
Yeah. So do you want to? All right. So do you want to try to end this thing at 9?
So I think so. It's your turn. I think you should do that. And I believe
Which one of us crit failed it last
I
time?
did. I did. So
Okay. All
it's a
right.
good thing it's your turn because I think it's your shot,
All
and I think
right.
you've got this.
Sam, I'm so scared.
I'm actually genuinely concerned to push this button.
All right.
Okay, strong hit's
hit.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
When we
Fine.
reach our destination on a strong hit, the situation not your favorite destination favors you, so we either get another move and add 1, or we take a momentum.
I think we just take a momentum.
I think we take the momentum, yeah.
Because I think the next thing that we're doing is confronting this guy.
Yeah. So momentum to +3, and it's I
Yeah,
think it's
so
so. Steve, where does this? What does it look like where this guy's hiding out? What exactly kind of
so
a?
so so that's the thing, right? So we give this guy this like sack of blueberries, and he like gets all excited, and he like gets up and he like does a little dance, and he like makes like a hand sign, and like suddenly a like area behind him that was like densely packed with like forest and brush and stuff like disappears. And he says, the way forward is open to you, but I'll warn you, you must be careful. Nyla is much more powerful than I and has access to some old and powerful magics.
And I think it's Amara's response is, "We thank you for your kind words, but we'll be just fine. We have the honor of our settlement behind us, and all those who put their faith in us." Which, like, she knows is like maybe two people, but like
Yeah.
to her that sounds like she knows she's like got someone, like her, if nothing else, like the family around her is like
Yeah.
counting on this, and the morale of everybody is like very up from like the fact that we kind of like progressed so well, I think.
Yeah. So I imagine that you're saying this kind of like with your back turned to this guy
Yeah.
as you're like, putting the bag back on Chandra or something like that. And you like say that and you like turn around to face him and he's gone, obviously.
Yeah, obviously he's gone.
Like no nary a trace that he was ever
Was
there.
he actually there? Did was he, the bag of blueberries is like empty sitting there. There's just like casually
it's just like
blueberries.
the empty sack.
Like one blueberry sitting on the outside. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think what that does is that sets us up to be in a good spot going into this encounter.
Yes.
Like we go
I would dare say that we would start with advantage, or with what's the term they use? I'm sorry.
Well, that's what the momentum is.
No, not. I mean, oh yeah, I guess so. Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say what's the term they use when it's like you have not advantage, but you have the like
+1?
No, the positioning. We have initiative is what I was gonna say.
Oh. Yeah, no, I think like
you think just
we're going into his lair, and so I think that like that still kind of like makes it,
okay.
Maybe it's an even roll instead of like he just starts with it.
Okay.
And so but before we go, I do kind of like stop and say, do you think we should leave Chandra here? It might get dangerous.
I don't think she'd fit even if we wanted her to go in. Amara looks up at Chandra and says, "Chandra, guard our possessions and make sure that no one comes in after. He doesn't need any help. He won't need any help."
Yeah, and I like turn and I look at Adion and I say, boy, would you like to boy
boy
you should stay here with the mammoth. No, I'm Kratos now.
I'm basically Kratos now.
I say, you should stay with the mammoth. And Adion, who we've established is mute, I think.
Yeah, he's mute protagonist boy.
Like kind of like I'm gonna make a roll, and I want to try to convince Adion to stay. And if I fail this roll, then like he's gonna come.
I think,
which like is technically like it's technically narratively it's mechanically better if he does come, but narratively
yeah.
Like,
I think and I think the answer is like all right. I'm gonna call this number out. I think he's willing to believe you that this is probably not a good place. So I think if you roll, what are we throwing on this?
I'm just gonna roll plus heart.
Okay. I think if it's a weak hit or better, he stays.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Okay, so let's smash.
Well, so I was thinking if it's a strong hit, he stays. If it's a miss, he definitely comes. Yeah. And if it's a weak hit, he is like one of those like he like totally shows up later.
Yeah,
like it's one of those like we tell him to stay, later, and then he like shows up like halfway through the fight.
Yeah. I think that's where we're at narratively.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yep. Miss.
Yep.
Right,
absolutely. I would expect him.
He like gives me this defiant look that I've seen so many times, and he like pulls his shield off his back and like pulls his dagger out, and I'm just like, okay.
You know he's a fighter. He's going to want to come and be a part of this.
I know. I just this is different from anything we've fought before, and
he knows how to keep himself safe. Have some faith in your son.
Yeah. All right, let's go. So we like go through the fog gate.
The fog. Go through the wispy gates.
Yeah. The Dark Souls fog gate.
Yeah. All right. So my question to you is this a new progress track? No, this wouldn't be a new progress track. We'd just be going straight to combat.
I think we fighting.
We're
I
just
think
fighting.
this is the boss area.
This is the boss fight. All right.
And I definitely think this is formidable
I would
because
say so.
we've kind of established that this is like a like scary dude.
Well, hold on. Are we? Because we had already set the avenging as dangerous. It moved up to formidable, right?
No, so the journey moved from
Oh,
from
okay.
troublesome to dangerous.
Okay.
But I think that given everything that we've learned and everything we've kind of established about this dude, like he's definitely
Formidable.
like it's definitely much more than we anticipated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if this dude's like using weird magic and shit.
So are we bumping the vow of avenging our leader up? Is my question mark to you. Because this would technically fall under avenging Kynan, our settlement leader. Which I believe is the next thing we try to, which is basically what I believe the next thing we would have to clear.
Yeah, no, I think it's still dangerous. I think like it's just like this encounter will be harder. Also, I think because we've found the guy, we definitely mark progress on that.
Yeah, I think that's
on the event.
Yeah, and that's 2. That'll be 2. So we start at 2 there.
Yeah. So I think we make a new progress bar, and I think this is
fight ninja lord fight
Mila
Mila Mila
Mila the blood Ravager, I think.
Blood Ravager,
yeah.
I believe that's the right thing, and if not, it's now very well over.
That's what it is now.
Yeah. It's retconned now.
Yeah, so I think we
and we're saying this is dangerous or formidable.
Formidable.
Okay,
let's do it. Let's do it. Real boss fight.
Yeah, we're into the first boss fight of the actual campaign.
Yeah. So we kind of like progress through. We go through like this. We make our way through this forest a bit, and we come to a clearing where there are like some like stumps of trees that have been cut down and some like rocks jutting out of the ground and stuff. And I think like kind of like crouched in the center is like there's like a figure in a cloak, like a fur-lined cloak, like crouching over like a corpse, like a body of some sort, and we see
Mila.
And also because like this is totally a thing. Like in the background of this like the like there's
in the shadows
clearing and everything no okay
go.
I keep coming up with good ideas.
Go.
We come into this clearing where everything in a circle around is dead because there's an iron pillar, because of course there fucking is.
Yeah, there would be.
And of course like all of the vegetation and everything, it's just like it's like a dead patch in the forest, and there's like one of these big iron pillars. And we see Mila like crouched over like a corpse of someone. And we see that they have like a sword, like
it's like a short sword to like a one-handed sword.
And we see them like
put it in,
turn it into a reverse grip, like stab this dude, and it like glows all red, and we see it like sucking all the blood, and we see it like turning them into a husk. And that's the like intro cutscene of this person.
That like evil laugh. I think at that point he turns without like turning around, just still as it's going up, and it's, well, I see you finally made it. Welcome to my domain, commoners.
And we say like, Blood Ravager, we are here to take revenge for our village, our settlement chief. You have wronged us in our community, and we are bound by iron and honor alike to seek the proper vengeance.
He pulls the sword out, and it's like that kind of a noise, and it like kind of slits it around and says, "You come for honor. for revenge against me. You have no idea what you're up against. And he starts to kind of turn it around, and you see the blood red of his
Of
eyes
course.
as
Yeah.
it's come into his body.
Yeah.
And you get kind of like the first look at him. And I think that's exactly where we start throwing some combat things and
I
see
think
where this movie goes.
I mean, if this isn't to enter the fray, I don't know what
This is
is.
I don't, Steve, how do we enter the fray any harder?
Yeah.
And he's definitely we said formidable foe.
Yep.
So
Which might mean we die.
we're gonna see where this goes. Worst case, we reroll and pick up the campaign from two friends of our settlement going, where did they go?
our cousins.
Our cousins. So Steve, would you like to throw in control? I would argue we are facing off, so it's plus heart.
Where is this?
I have it on the moves reference sheet.
Yeah.
So
am I entering the fray for both of us?
I think you're entering for both of us, and
okay.
Once we determine who has like positioning and like who has initiative, we'll figure it out, and then we'll decide the order from there.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, and this is Hersham's jam. Yeah. This is how Hersham would like go into every fight if possible.
Yeah, this is exactly
just like
what he
straight
wants.
Up like yeah.
Like a little bit of talk and then going hard into this. Oh no. Oh boy. On a miss, combat begins with you at a disadvantage. Pay the price. Your foe has initiative.
I mean, I think the price is just harm. I think he just like stabs one of us.
I think he just moves he does that anime move so fast, and there's just a slash of that sword into you. Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be. I mean, again, if we're going full anime, like he turns around and we see his eyes, and he says that line of like, "You have no idea what you're dealing with," and he like disappears, and he does that like Dragon Ball Z thing where we see his after images, and the first thing that we see is like Hersham like sees it and ducks out of the way, but we see just in time it like scrapes his face a little bit, and we see like the blood being sucked in like a trail. And so he doesn't and so Hersham is going to take a harm. That's going to be the price that we pay.
He finally comes out of his moving and is just him with like a like a smile and a chuckle.
And he's like behind us as we're like turning around. All right.
So he's got initiative. So our next. So which of would Hersham immediately act in response to that then? Because that seems fair. If not, I think.
So I think we have to clash now.
It would be, but one of us makes the throw because they have initiative, and we fight. So the question is, which of us is going into fight in that close quarters? Is it me or you?
Oh, definitely you.
Yeah, I think that's very much like. She Amara sees the blood kind of dripping through, and it's just that overwhelming kind of sensation of just behind. She just immediately turns and just whips that spear out at them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take the plus iron, and Godspeed for us.
We're gonna do great.
We're gonna do great things, Steve. We're gonna get a weak hit, and that's okay. We get harm on him, but we pay the price. Is the price more harm?
Is it? Does he do you guys exchange?
I think, you know what, Steve, if it's okay with you, I'd like to throw on mystical backlash and see what happens.
Yeah, of course it's okay with me.
I figured.
Hell yeah.
You waste resources. I think. All right. I think what it is that as Amara turns around and kind of just whips her spear backwards, he's already moved and is next to her, and it's almost as if it kind of looks like what happened before, where he just immediately leans into her and bites into her shoulder, almost as if that's the easiest way for him to directly get it. And you see a little bit of the life force get stuck from her, and she just immediately is just weakened. Her stuff drops, and it's technically it's the resource here is her spirit, I think.
I was gonna say I think it's a spirit hit.
It's not necessarily a because it's not necessarily a health. It wasn't enough. This was to drain her from wanting to fight, I think, and that vibrato that she would have had for seeing her brother hit. All
right, so I'm going to secure an advantage here.
I feel that that's a very strong choice.
Because I have an asset. I have Archer.
Yes.
When I line up my shot, wait, hold on. What
Can
do I
you
have?
say? Can you click it into the box? That'd be wonderful if that works.
Can I?
Maybe.
No, I
No.
don't think I can.
No, I don't think
But
so.
if I wield a bow, which I am,
Mm-hmm.
I can, when I secure an advantage by taking a moment to aim, I can choose my approach and add +1.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to line up a shot, and this is me trying to secure an advantage for you.
For you, yes.
So I'm going to roll plus edge.
Mm-hmm.
And I have +1 to this roll because of Archer.
Yes.
And if we hit, we get +1 momentum.
Okay.
So this is like during your exchange,
Mm-hmm.
like we're used to fighting together and like just the general rhythm and
Yeah.
cadence of the combat, and so like I like see you make these moves and I know exactly where you're going, and I take that moment to like line up a shot at him,
Yeah.
to try to like knock him off enough that you can like come in with the spear.
Yeah.
So I want to roll plus edge. I get +1 to the roll.
Godspeed.
Oh fuck.
Oh no, that's very bad. You fail or your assumptions betray you. Is the answer here that I take the arrow, Steve? It sure is, Mr. Saints.
I
What
don't
do you?
want to. I don't. Wait, hold
Do you
on.
want to smash the oracle and see what it gives us?
No, I'm looking for secure advantage because I want to read it.
On a. What do you want to see on a miss?
Let's put under. Yeah.
Like I said, I have it in the moves reference. So on a miss, you fail or your assumptions betray you, pay the price.
How much health are you at?
I've still got 4. I could take a hit. So if it's like it misses and he gets a hit in on me, or I take the arrow, I can take the 1 health.
Yeah. Well. So yeah, if you don't mind taking the health. So I think what happens is I'm like lining up a shot, and as I'm doing that, because again we're going full anime.
Yeah.
So like he notices it or something, and like grabs you and puts you in the way.
Like
and suddenly you are where you are not supposed to be.
Yeah. You are where I'm where he was, and it's just that arrow just like comes in and like hits hard up here and just like yeah, I will take. I don't mind taking the hit there.
I'm just like shit. Sorry.
Shit. Like, you couldn't have known, and just, oh man. Okay, I think it's just, and I think the answer after that is I just have to clash into this because there's no.
I think so.
I think I just have to clash.
This is tough.
I think it's just like, and I think this is literally the move here, as it's like she like yanks the arrow out and just kind of like knows that like she's still being held, and just tries to take the arrow and like gash it backwards into him.
Nice.
And tries to go hard on that. So please stab with an arrow for me. Do I have? I'm not using a spear, so that's out. Strong hit's good. I will take that.
Hey, we get initiative.
So we get our harm and we have initiative, and we either get a momentum or an extra harm. So we get only.
I mean, I definitely want to take initiative.
Oh wait, hold on. So yeah, okay. We definitely get initiative. That's fine either way. We either get a momentum or we get an extra harm. So it's either gonna do 2 damage. We either get 1 extra damage or like 1 extra box, or we get the momentum. I kind of want to take the box, honestly.
The extra damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what it is like I have iron tipped arrows, and I think iron like harms this guy. Iron that's not like this like curse corrupted iron that his like
he's lived around and has given him the powers or something. This is like normal iron that's been smithed and
it's like pure. It's
pure
not corrupted. Iron. I think he's got like weird corrupted iron,
and that's where his powers are coming from. And it's just as the stab comes back into him and like hits him like just above his chest, maybe he like lets go of her and like kind of animes off and like zooms off where we're trying to like to like a good 5-10 feet away, where it's like the action kind of resets for a moment.
And so with initiative back, I think I'm going to try to secure another advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to set you up again. We
Let me. I want to check on secure advantage. All right, so are you going to? Hold on, I'm just trying to see.
Mhm.
So do you want to aid or are you trying to secure? Because the idea is that on secure and advantage is that either you'll get another move for yourself or we'll get the momentum. So are you trying to give me the advantage? Because then that's more of an aid an ally.
Okay, I'll just do it for myself then,
Okay.
because I wanna get my bonus.
That's fine. Yeah, because
From
that'll give you
my combat talent.
Okay.
Yeah, so you like get in this like good gash with the arrow, and like you kind of like push him back, and in that moment we like the camera pans back over to Hersham, who is lining up a shot.
Yeah, who was like knew that was coming and was getting ready to shot.
So it's
I know.
It's the roll.
Yeah, securing it. So you're securing the advantage. With aggressive action. So
I'm gonna
precision
roll.
is edge.
Yeah, I'm rolling plus. So I could do it one of two ways. I can either roll plus wits, which would give us +2 momentum, but only on a strong hit, or I can just roll plus edge, and that would give me +1 momentum on a hit, no matter what. So I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay, I think that's fair.
So it's just like, yeah, and this is just Hersham being like very calculated and
Yeah.
in his like shots and stuff. So I get +1 to this roll.
Throw that good opportunity. Hey. That's a crit. That's a crit.
Big crit.
That's our big crit. So
something cool happens.
I think. Well, let's say it says on the strong hit you. I think because you choose one. I think on the crit you take both. Honestly.
Right.
So you get another move. You get +2 momentum, and then you'll get +1 to your next move.
Okay, so we get +3 momentum total.
Yes, so we're at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some big momentum.
And then I'm gonna try to line up a shot.
Well, Steve, what does this first crit do? Because how does it give us that? What does the first crit do that leads it up?
I think it's so you like stab into him with the arrow, and he like backs up, and like the arrow kind of like falls out of him and like falls to the ground. And like as it does, and as we see you getting ready to strike, it pans back over to Hersham, who's been lining up a shot this whole time, and like I hit in the exact spot where you hit him, so it like double hammers that home.
Yeah, I think that's dope.
Wound. And then I'm going to try to strike, I guess.
I mean, it seems fair. Yeah, because you have +1 to it.
Because I have +1.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to strike again from range, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Godspeed.
So +1. Yeah, strong hit.
Strong hit.
Hell
very
yeah.
strong. You get +1 harm, and you retain initiative. So that'll be 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
And we retain initiative.
So that means that you have initiative now.
Yes. So it'll be we have the option. I have the option to strike, and as that second one comes in, and knowing that the spear is kind of still in her hands, but like probably like not in a great position to like now that that's come in, I think it's kind of one of those chances where she's like been able to like turn around, recover, and just come in super hard on like the side with like a sweeping spear strike. So we're gonna try and swing some iron and hope for the best. Do I have an asset for that? No, because that's when I face danger by holding a foe. No, I'm not facing danger. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and
you could.
I think face danger is a overcoming an obstacle, avoiding a hazard, fleeing, or evading attack. I could always take like it's the dodge action. I don't really think the dodge action's the right play there. Sure. I mean, we've got the advantage. Let's stab. Let's murder this boy.
Do it.
Iron. I don't have +1. Let's go. A weak hit's okay. So nice. We inflict our harm, but we lose initiative.
Okay. So we're at just want to make sure. So we're at 5 total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7.
How do you have 7?
I had 2 when we started this for some reason. I don't know why. So that probably is.
We're definitely supposed to be at 5.
Okay, that sounds right. So we're at 5 then.
Yeah, we haven't been doing that good.
Well, hold on. We had 2 hits. Did we have 1 or 2 hits that are +1?
We had 2 hits that are +1.
So then,
I've hit
okay.
+1. You've hit +1.
Okay, then yeah, 5 is right. Okay, and I think
And
it's
then
just,
your weak hit.
yeah. Then I think it's just this as this spear comes sweeping through, it catches him, kind of in the side of the leg, and it cripples him for a moment as he tries to like, jet off and move away. But it's like less the blur of an anime move and more of the like very visible line.
And I think the clash here, because he has initiative now,
Yeah.
and so I think you like go to like sweep the leg.
Yeah, sweep
you
the
like try to sweep the leg with the butt of the spear, and he does that. And like we all know, like and I know, like you in chat, what I mean when I say the Samurai Champloo like breakdance flip around.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what I mean. Everyone's seen that.
Everybody knows that. Yeah.
And he like does that and like comes around. He's gonna come at you.
With a physical, some more iron throws. We have no bonuses. We avoid that though.
Nice.
We inflict our harm, so we get 1 extra damage, and we get 1, and we have initiative. So we either take momentum or we take the extra harm. Do we take the extra harm or
hold on? So I think we were doing this wrong. On a clash, we don't do harm by default.
No, it says on a strong hit, inflict your harm.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh. Weird. Okay. All right. Sure.
I just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fine. So we do the 1. You want to take momentum here?
I think actually the momentum's a good play because we're at 6.
We're doing okay, and at this point, like I'm scared and I want to have insurance against battles.
Yeah.
So I want to have as much momentum banked as possible.
Yeah, like I think the momentum is going to be a good thing because God forbid, like we're already at 6 right now. Like being able to like, I would feel comfortable trying to end this at like 8, honestly. But if we have like high momentum in 8, I would feel like, okay, let's take this shot.
Yeah, so we're at +7 momentum now.
Yes. So it's your move. It was a weak hit. It was a strong hit. So we have initiative. So you have initiative.
Yep. So I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do my archer thing.
All right. You're gonna strike?
I'm gonna secure an advantage by lining up. Okay. I'm gonna try to line up my shot. So I'm gonna roll plus edge, and we get +1 momentum on a hit, and I get +1 to this roll because of my talent.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a strong hit.
All right. So we get +3 momentum. That's how we did this last time.
Yes.
No, we had an opportunity last time.
Yes, because hold on, secure an advantage. So we had a strong hit. You gain advantage. You either get another move and add 1 to it, or you get 2 momentum. So we can either take 3 momentum. We get 1 regardless.
Yeah. So we're gonna take the 1, and then I'm gonna immediately take the move to add +1. So I've been again just kind of like trying to be tactical and lining up shots and stuff. And I think this is like I'm like going for his leg. I'm gonna try to like immobilize him to try to like open it up to you.
So this is going to be a strike, or this is going to be an aid?
This is a strike.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll plus edge, and I get +1 because of securing the advantage.
Yes.
Strong
hit. Beautiful.
All right.
We inflict +1 harm and retain initiative. So that's 2 damage to him.
Yep.
Puts us at
8. We still have initiative. So here's the question.
Yes.
Do we? So we have initiative right now, meaning that if we want to try to end the fight, we can. We can't end the fight unless we have initiative. Mm-hmm. Do we want to try to end it now, or do we want to try to?
I very strongly feel that we have 8 and we have 8 momentum. We've been look back at our throws. We've been throwing insane.
We've been doing good.
I think this shot and then the next stab through the fucking like heart, like that's gonna come right here. Is I think this is it. I think we close this out.
Yeah.
I think we just absolutely fucking murk this dude.
you like tried to sweep, and then like I'm like distracting him with a shot, and I like yell to you, use the iron, and like that meaning like use the tip of your
Yeah.
spear.
And it's just as that second arrow comes in, she just comes in like this like literally like overhead, just like ready to come down into this dude. So let's
All right,
make a decisive action and end this fight.
let's do it.
Is there a button for it? No, there's not. No, there is.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
there
is.
is. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So
it's
let's
at the
get
end
to
of the
the button.
progress
All right,
tree. Big
this
rolls.
beautiful strong hit, baby.
Hey, we did it.
So I think it's just straight up over the head, just and just boom, straight through this dude's heart, just
Yeah.
spear all the way in, buried, and he's
Mhm.
just absolutely done. He's
Yeah.
just done. Does he? Now here's the question, Steve. I want to put it like this because I think this is how it works. But I think it's
Mhm.
as it comes through and it's there, it takes a minute and you get the like you get Amara like taking a breath and like leaning on her spear. But I think he basically just kind of like fades out and just kind of falls. The body just kind of slowly disappears, almost as if to say he may have been an anime vampire.
Oh, I mean, sure. My thought
What do you
was
got?
he just like explodes into blood.
I'm also okay with that. That's equally fair.
And I don't know about you. So we did this. So we finished this.
Yeah.
So I think we definitely mark progress on our avenging our guy.
Yes, 100%.
And then so what I want to do here is roll Mystic Backlash. What happens when we murder this magic anime vampire?
I 100% agree. Would you like to smash that Oracle button, or would you like me to?
Sure. All right, let's do it. Or major plot twist. Which one do you think? Let's do Mystic Backlash.
Why not both? We can make the major plot twist and Mystic Backlash. Could we hit both and see what happens, or and like put
let's
it together?
Let's hit Mystic Backlash and see what happens.
Right.
What I think is gonna have to happen is I think we're gonna have to like do something with this pillar because there's the pillar there.
Yeah, that I think is right.
Like it's gonna be one of those like we have to like deal with the pillar or else he's gonna come back.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But let's see what they say.
You are lost in shadow and you find yourself in another place without memory of how you got there.
Ooh. All right, so it explodes, and with a explosion of blood, everything just goes fucking black.
Right. Well. So here's so you tell me what you think about this.
Go for it.
I think that we just like get like fucking teleported to another pillar.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. And we don't know. Like as far as we know, we just killed this dude. We're walking out of the right place, and like we're like, okay, cool, like everything's great. Everything kind of like we don't realize that like we were in a round room before. Now we're in like a small cavern where this is like peeking through or something.
Well, so what I'm thinking is we've got a bunch of different continents here.
Ooh, okay. So all right.
Right. So I think we roll a D, however many sections of this continent
I agree.
And that's where we fucking end.
All right. So then
you're lagging a bit.
Yeah, it dropped out for a hot second there. Don't know why.
So I think we've got like 1,
2, 3, 4, 6,
7. We've got 8. I think we roll on a D8.
All right. We'll go top down. 1, 2, 3, 4, left to right. 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that works. And so before we make this roll, how mean do we want to make this to ourselves? Do we want to make it so that we leave Adion and Chandra behind?
Well, here's the thing. So remember how he was there the whole time? Like, remember how Adion was knew he was coming in? He didn't really get the chance to fight because we just
he's totally there.
But he was there. Yeah. He refused your order. So I think what it is that he's like Chandra's like as we're stabbing this dude, Chandra lets out this like huge like almost elephant-esque noise, and it kind of pans to her like forcing her way in. And Adion like running towards Chandra, trying to like stop everything, and then it blinks.
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say like I was gonna say like it takes 80 on, but we lose Chandra.
Yeah,
But like
that's
that's
half of my thing.
that's that's me being mean. Well, it would be like
Hmm.
that would be like part of the Mystic Backlash. Is
I
me
can see
like
that.
technically.
Well then, yeah, but then at that point, I'm out an entire thing. So like, that's my only thought is like, I would have no problem doing that if it wasn't actually one of my like 3 perks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm down, Steve. Let's throw a D8 and see where we end up.
All right, this is fucking cool as hell too. Cause talk about like I can't think of a better ending to the like prologue.
Yeah,
Right,
this is perfectly like
of just
yeah.
like a like oh fuck
Yeah, like,
yeah.
oh shit, just like cool, we just had that success. Oh shit, everything got worse. So
All right, so
I've thrown some around there.
I'm gonna roll it.
Go it.
Floor.
All right, I think. All
So
right,
we
Steve.
end up like over here.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Let's go left and right. Can you throw me
Um,
throw me a D10? If we're less than 5, we're on the left side. If we're greater than if we're 6 or above, we're on the right.
I mean, we'll just roll a D2.
All right, that works too. Whatever. All right, so let's go with like here-ish. Damn it. That was Let's go with there.
Yeah, I think so. So actually, in my I want to see if I have a like, because I bought these map things. I want to see if I have a like you are here token.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, all of these little things when I started filling out the map, these are like
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. I'll let you place it over there. Okay, cool. So somewhere about there-ish.
Sorry, I'm just replying to a text message.
You are okay, my dude.
Yeah, and so that's that. How long have we been going? I like completely lost track of time.
We've still got 30 minutes. We've been at this approximately an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
So we still got some time.
Yeah, because I was gonna say this would be like a sick cliffhanger if we were close to done, but if we've still got time, then you like yeah, totally. Yeah. All right, well let's find out about this place. So,
how many of different like locales do you have? Because oh no, sorry, we can throw some oracles for the locales, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's generate a place, Steve.
Yeah.
Locations. Do we generate this whole like sectional region or just one location?
I think we generate a location, just a location, because like we'll as we kind of like make our way back and expand our way. We'll learn it.
All right, so let's see. We are at a battlefield.
Oh shit!
I think this is a battlefield. It's a pillar in the middle. Is it of a like just a very desolate, like barren land?
It's a fucking barren wasteland, dude. It's so
just
cool.
A barren wasteland, and it's like we don't know it, but like in the lore, I'm gonna throw out a lore call here. Mm-hmm. This was like a place where like people with magic once fought. Like this was a very epic battle.
This is where like the people who were here before, like
this was the old world, like a battleground of the old world, fighting for their own place. And the name of it is, let's see, do we have a name place? Settlement.
No, we just have settlement name generators. It's not a settlement. It's just
a. We're in Olo. Okay, never mind.
We don't know the name of it,
that's
right?
True. Yeah, like, we don't actually know, but
yeah.
And that's a stupid name. So.
What was it?
Shield Watch.
Shield Watch could be the name of a settlement that we run into.
It could be. But we'll just leave that for now. I'm just trying different buttons to see if it gives us anything. All right, no, that's fine. I think when it finally cuts back and the camera, like everything settles and it's just, there's, Amara pulls her spear kind of up out of the ground and it's just, we've done it. We've avenged Kynan. Yeah, and I kind of like get up or like I kind of like am like looking around and say yes, but something's, and we like look over and we see like near the entrance, like where Chandra was like trying to squeeze through, like she's just standing there right now, and like Adion like runs up and I say, I told you to wait.
and he like gives me a defiant like
Yeah.
yeah, he like shrugs, like points to Chandra and is like just like
What do you mean? Everything is exactly where we fought
and
Mila.
and I think that's the part where you like look around and you're just like it's like what do you mean? Because like I think
Yeah.
like all the shots on Amara are like very like tight in,
Yeah.
and then like we see like I think we're in a, and you're like what do you and like the camera pans out and we see like the iron pillar is in the same spot like
Yeah, where it
like
was.
to where we were, but then yeah it's just like cracked like destroyed ground, and there are like there are like pieces of like
Weapons.
scraps of like armor and like broken shields, and there are like all sorts of like weapons sticking out of the ground. If you know like the Keyblade graveyard scenes from Kingdom Hearts, that's like what I'm thinking.
That actually strikes very well, and it's you know she looks and she's just like this is where the epic battle where we took down Mila took place, right?
Say, think about it, sister. We were in a forest a second ago.
You're right, but how did we get wherever we are? That's
I don't know. I mean, you killed him. Good job, by the way.
thank you.
But it looks like this might be a bit more trouble than it was worth.
Well, let's get our grounding and figure out where we are. You're right. This battlefield does seem very odd, but where exactly did we end up? And I suggest, I'm out of character. I'm suggesting that you gather information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think like that's definitely
the play here.
plan.
I think.
Yeah, trying to figure out like where we are, like, and like yeah, like we know where we are, but our characters have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
and so yeah, I think it's like a it's totally the whole like trying to like
where did we end? What is it? What is this place?
Or at least like figure out like a general direction of like a village, like a settlement that might be around or something.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna yeah, roll plus wits.
Yeah, that'd be plus wits.
Characters. Did we mark progress for killing the vampire?
We did. We're at 4.
I'm at 6.
You're at 6.
Yeah,
that sounds right. Sure. I'm gonna go with you. That sounds fair. Because this also seems like we're getting close to like we are like the next bit of this is like
oh no, we don't know where the fuck we are.
Okay. Oh boy. On a gather information a week. The information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger, and we take 1 momentum.
What?
So we're
no.
Yeah.
It's a weekend. I thought it was a miss.
No.
Okay.
So we're at 9 momentum.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to throw the oracle, or if you want to decide what happens.
I think I want to roll. Do I want to roll an oracle? I really have a there's no button.
It would be either like pay the price or a plot. So you could hit a theme, a major plot twist, or another mystic backlash, maybe.
No, I don't think that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the information, the dangerous information is that we're not in fucking Kansas anymore.
Yeah, I think
that's the thing. I think we because we got a weak hit, it's like maybe you are like kind of like making camp with Chandra and kind of like tending to your wounds and stuff.
Yeah.
And like as you are, I say like I'm gonna go try to like get the like look around. Like maybe Adion like comes with me.
Mhm.
And like we kind of like go around and we like while you're like setting up camp and stuff. And I come back and I just plop down next to the campfire and I say, well, I've got good news and bad news. What would you like first?
Bad news first.
Bad news. No fucking clue where we are.
It's just barren ground for miles, isn't it?
Seems that way.
Well, maybe we can. We're here. We might as well do something. And she kind of like
Ever
looks around.
ever the pessimist, dear sister. I did say I had good news.
What's the good news?
There's a settlement that way. And like maybe like I pointed out to you and you notice it for the first time, but there you see like the billowing smoke of like you see like smoke there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, there's smoke there. Generally, in my experience, smoke means fire, and especially around here, fire generally means people.
You're right, but I think we need to take a little bit of time to recover before we go on.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking exhausted. We're going to. I think we rest and do what we can to make ourselves a nice breakfast in the morning, and then I don't see any option other than to head over there.
So
see what it is.
I had my break a little earlier while you were scouting, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to see what's left from this battlefield and see what maybe we can take to before we head out. And I would like to resupply. I'd like to take whatever resources from the battlefield, be it like weapons, cloth armor, just whatever kind of things that may be around to help make our journey towards the next location a little bit easier. Mostly because if we have like one supply, and that seems like it's gonna go bad if we're traveling.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a resupply, so I'll throw plus wits and see what's around.
Okay.
Bam, strong hit, baby.
Ooh.
We bolster our resources, take +2 supply, and I think the supply that like what's found is, there's like a lot of bits of like clothing and things that we can use for like patching wounds, and maybe there's even like a couple of like bags that like people maybe have like were carrying on them. Maybe they have like small vials of like medicine or something. Maybe like a couple rations of food are still in there. They're not the greatest, but it's like like hardtack or like not appealing stuff, but it's something that we can eat and kind of get energy for. So we'll push our supply up to 3.
Nice.
And I think like at the end she'll come down and plop, and just a couple hours have passed, and it's just, well, you'll never believe what was out on this battlefield.
Yeah, and I think you find some of that, and I also think you find weapons. Like you find weapons which don't necessarily like, it doesn't mean that we like like it's not for like use, but like iron is like
it's like maybe a couple arrows for you. There's like some daggers that have like a bit of iron in them, or some like some spear heads that have some more iron in them or something.
Yeah. And I think while you were gone, there's a scene where like Hersham is kind of like sitting by the camp, and like it's like kind of in silence. I think Adion like immediately falls asleep against Chandra.
Yeah.
And it's like Adion's kind of and Hersham's kind of like sitting there just kind of like staring into the fire and like thinking. And he like looks up and he looks at the pillar, like the big iron pillar.
Yeah.
And he like looks down and he like looks up at the pillar again. And he's just like sighs, and he like just tries to like lay down and like go to sleep. And we see like an eye crack, and he looks at the pillar again and like try like
it's taunting him.
Goes on his side, like facing away from the pillar. And there's a beat, and we see him like turn his head toward the pillar, and he's just like, like as you're getting back, I say, I think we should move.
Yeah.
This thing's freaking me out.
Well, I found enough supplies out there. You wouldn't believe what's out on that battlefield, but I can pack it up and put it on Chandra pretty quickly. She kind of like looks over like the horizon to where it is, and it's just doesn't seem too far. It's a pretty straight shot. We can probably make it before it gets too dark.
I think it's already dark by this point.
We can get it before morning comes.
I mean, we don't get me wrong. I still think we should make camp. This thing's freaking me out.
All right, let's rest a little. I think we could all use a little bit more of a longer break. So I think we actually physically make camp now and throw for supply, and see what we get.
Yes.
Would you like to throw some supply? Make the first supply throw of this campaign, Steve.
Is it the first supply roll?
We've never had to throw supply yet.
Weird. All right. Yeah. So.
Hey, that crit. All right.
I'm so good.
You're so good at this. All right. So a strong hit gives us 2. So what do you think the crit is?
You froze. Back.
I said a strong hit gets us 2. What do you think a crit gets us, Steve?
Because
I'm tempted to say like everything except for partake, honestly.
Well, so I think we all take +1 health, +1 spirit.
Yeah.
Those 2. And then I think we get the prepare, because I think like we rest, and like I think this is just like it's a lot of like Hersham kind of like finding a good spot that's kind of like away from the pillar, and then just like doing his best to like reassure everyone that like, yeah, I mean, like we're not sure where we are, but that's fine, and I'm sure we can't be that far from where we were. I mean, like who knows what happened, but here we are.
Amara like does like a weird like makes a little noise and like gestures Chandra over to literally like kind of plop herself in front of Hersham so he can't physically see the thing. Like he can't physically see it to the best of his ability, and it's just don't worry, rest up. We'll head out in the morning. We'll get some good rest and be there soon. No iron pillar is going to hurt you, brother.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't it freak you out a little?
You think we live with them every day, that they wouldn't, but you're right. Especially because this one's seemed like it's taken some damage, and it like pans up to where it's like missing chunks and like has cracks in it. It's just like it's not off. We actually haven't seen any real broken ones around us, did we?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen much of them. We're always told to stay away from these things.
I think we now understand why our elders always told us to stay away.
Yeah, I mean, do you think the pillar did this?
I think.
Sure. I mean, it's just a giant chunk of metal. It couldn't have like. There's no way.
Mira had some strange powers. Perhaps there's more to some of these iron pillars than we ever really know.
Well, do you want to like take a look at it before we leave, or
no? Absolutely not. Let's get the hell out of here. I want nothing. Fair. I want nothing to do with this battlefield. Wherever we ended up is, who knows? They may still be here. Imagine what the people that did that, and she like gestures to the pillar. Imagine what the people that did that to the pillar would do to us.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's much left, and like I kind of like gesture to like some like broken.
You gesture to the corpse, the like skeleton bones out there.
Yeah, there's just like I'm just like, but might be some ghosts.
I think when you mention ghosts, Amara's just like, I hate that word. Don't talk about ghosts. Don't talk about ghosts.
Oh, you don't think there could be any
You
spooky
know I hate that thought.
texture, spooky specters,
You
spooky
know,
scary
and
skeletons?
she like punches him in the arm, and it's just
Yeah.
like, you know I hate the thought of those things. I don't like the fact that there could be things outside my control around me and possibly bringing harm to us.
Mm. I mean, you just brought harm to me.
That's different. You deserve that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go to sleep, Hersham. I'll let Chandra move, and you can stare at that pillar all night.
All right, make sure you don't get attacked by any ghosts. And I like jump behind Chandra.
And it fades on that face of just like, she's like kind of raging, but at the same time like is also like looking around because she's also genuinely terrified of ghosts. Like thinks there's might be a ghost.
Right. And so now that we've had that little scene, 1,000% ghosts are happening.
Oh yeah, no. We've established that there's supernatural in this. We have basically vampires. Now there's ghosts. Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got like we've just set up Chekhov's ghost.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And I think it's like it fades to black on that. It does the little like save point resource getting back music, and then it opens up on the next morning as we're like packing everything in.
Yep. Yeah, and so I think we need to undertake a journey to get to reach this town.
Yeah. I think it's to
So when we say we take +1 spirit, +1 health.
+1 spirit, +1 health, and we're
and then
getting
+1 to undertaking
to
this
journey.
journey.
Yes. I think this is troublesome. I think literally we can see the path ahead, and I don't think there's too much that can go wrong here.
I mean,
all right, I'll rephrase. I think this is like, I don't see any like, I think that, like I said, like we can see it. I don't think that any of us would expect this to be a terrible journey.
We can see that we saw that there was like some smoke in the distance, but we don't know how far away it was. I think I'm down to like roll a like flip a coin. On a 1 it's easy, on a 2 it's dangerous.
I can agree to that. So let's roll that D2, Stev.
All right.
Troublesome or dangerous? What do we got? All right, it's dangerous. Dangerous it is.
Always, yeah.
It's always dangerous.
Weird, spooky, haunted battlefield, motherfucker.
It's true. I mean, there could be ghosts of, now that we've brought up that ghost could be a thing, and Amara's afraid of them.
1,000% ghosts.
There could be ghosts still fighting the battlefield.
There's no way there's not ghosts.
Yeah, that's what makes this dangerous, is there's ghosts somewhere in here.
Yeah.
And all right. All right. So we've set it in there. So we're gonna throw plus wits, and
+1.
we get +1. So would you? You know what? You made the last one. I guess I'll throw wits if it's okay.
Yeah, you do it.
I figured out why it keeps changing. I'm smart. All right, bam, weak hit.
Why what keeps changing?
Why my scene keeps changing out of the blue, and I figured it out.
Nice job.
I'm smart.
So we
got a weak hit. So we reach a waypoint and mark progress, but we're -1 supply. And I think this waypoint is a.
So we're +2 supply now.
Yeah, we're +2 supply. So we mark progress. Progress is, we get 2 for progress because it's dangerous.
Yep.
Okay. And I think I'm. What did I say? Take a journey, weak move, and suffer mark progress. So our waypoint is. Wasn't there a waypoint?
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was a waypoint generator, like a waypoint thing. Location. We reach a mountain near the edge.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a
work.
Like.
All right.
I mean, it could be like, I don't know if it's like a literal mountain, but it could be
it's like the only hill or like pile of rocks that's like constitutes a mountain.
Yeah.
And it's like in the area they know this is like rock pile path, like, it's like the only, it's like, oh, keep going west until you reach the pile of rocks, like it's the only resource there. Yeah. It's haunted rocks, obviously.
Right.
And I think it's just it's a slog journey. It's starting to get hot. That's the first thing we pass is that thing, and we just go on. I'll let you make the
Yeah.
next journey unless you want to do something different.
Let's see. Yeah.
I don't, because we don't necessarily have any things in the way. Not combat. Unless you want to try to give an advantage to, the next like part of the journey somehow.
Yeah, no, I'll just undertake a journey.
All right, seems fair.
Yeah. Strong.
Strong hit. Undertake the journey. Strong hit says, you reach a waypoint. If the waypoint is unknown to you, envision it, and then choose one. We either continue just mark progress or trade momentum for supply. I don't think we need momentum.
Nah.
So I think we just take the progress. What's our next waypoint along this journey, Sev?
I think it's we like kind of like come around the mountain, the big hill, and like it's probably like full of like scattered broken bows and shit because this was the high ground.
Yeah.
And I think we like travel for a while and we come across a ravine, like a deep kind of like gouge in the earth. That like totally to like viewers would like could be potentially like this is the kind of thing that like in the like subreddit of the show of this campaign people would be like, oh, did you see this thing on that episode? It totally could have been made by like a fucking lightning spell or something.
Yeah, it's clearly like was made there by something.
Yeah,
that's not Earth.
Yeah, and so we have to like kind of like go around this like long ravine.
God knows we're not going through it with Chandra.
Yeah.
All right. We've got 4 progress. I guess we just continue the journey. I'll undertake the next part of the journey.
Sure.
What is it? Just it's wits, right? It's okay. Let's see where we're at. All right. Do we take the miss or we burn the momentum for it?
I mean, like we can't take the momentum with us.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's burn it.
All
right. So on a weak hit, we reach our waypoint and mark progress, but we're -1 supply. So I think that puts us back to 1 supply.
Yeah.
And I think this next waypoint is what looks like it looks like basically like not quite like a teepee, but like almost like a mud hut that's like half kind of like, it's like got openings and holes in the roof, like part of the wall is down. Like clearly this was maybe not someone's home, but this might have been where they store like where like the general of the army maybe was, or some sort of like housing for their resources.
Like it's not just one thing, it's like the remains of a war camp.
Yeah, it's like that, and like that's the next thing that's seen. So we're at we're at 6, right? 6 progress. Because that gave us momentum. That gave us Yep, that gave us progress. So your next throw. You can try and bring it home, but I think that's a pretty risky.
I think. I think I want to try to resupply here.
I think that's fair. We're at a point where
I think we're fictionally positioned in this like ruined war camp. I think we like stop off. We've been like traveling all day, and I think it's like lunchtime, and so we like get out some like rations and stuff, and I just say I'm going to go see what I can find.
I think that's actually narratively good idea and very fair. So go ahead and throw some wits and see how much supply we get.
I'm just waiting for us to fail so we
Yeah.
can be like ghosts.
Ghosts.
Alright,
weak is we get 2 supply, but we have 1 momentum for each, so we can take 2 supply but sack momentum for it.
So we could go down to 0 momentum
and gain 2 supply, which I think is probably the smartest play.
Yeah, I'm in for it.
Yeah, that seems like the best call.
So 0 momentum plus 3 supply.
Yeah.
Cool. Man, talking about all the supplies reminding me of how hungry I am.
Yeah, we're slowly. It's okay. We're almost there. I think the next step is to. I think we just like. I think the next step is like to continue the journey and start to bring it home. And it's just like after some time passes, we don't necessarily like find a lot here. There's a couple things, but like we use our own resources more so. And I think we just head off again. So throw some wits.
All right.
Oh no!
Ghosts!
Ghosts! Ghosts! I think as we're leaving, like we're exiting the last building, and like it comes to the doorway, a like fake shadow comes through and like walks through as like it pans, but like, and then it cuts to behind the party as they leave, as they get slowly closer, and it's like Amara's like, I wish you wouldn't talk about ghosts like that. You know I hate the thought of them.
And you know this whole time Hersham has just been ribbing you about ghosts.
Yeah.
Just like what during that like gather supply part, it's like Hersham like goes off to gather supply and we see you like eating with Adion.
Yeah.
And we see Hersham like kind of like sneaking up behind you and Adion notices and like I come up around and I'm just like
and she like throws her ration up and like reaches for like one of the swords that's on her thing and just like swings around with it.
Yeah, and I'm like already gone because I knew you were gonna do it.
Yeah,
yeah, and I've just been fucking with you in that way.
And it's just and as the camera's like creeping up, she's like, you know I hate that. Ever since we were little, you did that to me.
And you're like, and you think you like it's a ghost, but you totally think it's me, and you're just like, Hersham, come on, and you like look at him right in front of you.
And it's just like it's like that cold shoulder of like, Hersham, stop that.
What are you talking about?
I saw you. I felt you. You were there. You were sneaking up on me and trying to get me to jump again.
I've been in front of you the past hour.
Then what was that? And she just immediately kind of like ends mid-sentence. I think the actual mechanical thing is a loss of spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just she's now just like constantly like looking over her shoulder every like 2 minutes.
What did you think I was kidding when I said it was probably ghosts?
I
was merely trying to mentally prepare you, dear sister, for this moment.
I have the mental preparation of a soldier of the Old King's army. I don't need you to test that.
But you just...
I don't need you to test that. Keep leading, or I'm going to have Chandra step over you. And it like cuts to Chandra like flopping her ears a little
bit. Yeah. I like scritch her like under like behind the ears, like, oh, our sweet little baby would never do that to me.
Don't think she doesn't listen to me. And it just like keeps going forward on that.
Yeah, like you wouldn't actually squish me, would you, girl? And then like you walk by and I'm just like I whisper into her ear, like, you wouldn't actually squish me, right?
I think it's your turn to throw some progress because we didn't make progress there from that, so I think you're up for the journey.
All right. Yeah.
Is it more ghosts? Oh no! Is it more ghosts again? I think this time I think it's the same ghost and it's the same like camera angle from behind as you're like walking. Maybe you're like off to the side a little bit, and it's the same thing where it comes up and then gets behind Hersham and it spooks you a little bit this time.
Yeah, so minus spirit to me.
I'll take a minus spirit.
Huh?
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, the minus spirit there.
Yeah, I'm just like, because like I was fucking with you with ghosts, but like I don't.
You know what, Steve? I'm gonna make a narrative choice, and I'm gonna choose this. Would you be opposed if I also took a loss of spirit? Since now it's like this is obviously a major character flaw, so I'd like to throw that out there.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And I'd like to just put that out there as like a.
Do you wanna take it instead of me or in addition to?
I think either or, whatever you feel is
Okay.
appropriate. Because I think
Yeah. Why don't you take it instead so we
Okay.
stay consistent in our like.
yeah, and like the narrative. Okay, I'm okay with
Okay.
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I guess I throw for wits and we just continue the journey on.
I guess so.
All right, a week is fine. We make some progress, but we're minus supplies. So supplies at 0. No supplies. I'm sorry, at 2.
No. Supplies of 2, yeah.
Okay.
I resupplied.
All right, good. That's right. Okay, so
All according to Keikaku.
all right, so we're at 8, Steve. I think we bring this home. I don't know that we like.
All right, but if we fail, we're fighting ghosts.
Oh, absolutely. I know we're gonna get absolutely fucked up by ghosts, and that's fine.
All right. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
It's your throw. I threw me the last one. If you would like to bring it home, it's your
The
call.
last time you tried to end one of the last time you ended one of these things was that fight. All
That's
right.
true. Yeah. So you have the last.
Strong.
Yes, perfect. See, easy. The situation at your destination favors you. Choose one. Make another move now and add 1, or take one momentum. So we can either take a momentum, or we can make another move and get +1 to it.
I think we make another move, and I think I sojourn +1.
Yeah, I think the next move is you literally just go in and like get to know the town immediately.
So do you wanna roll up this town, and then that'll be the last thing we do tonight?
I will throw this town together. Let's get a quick settlement. Not Woodhill, because there's no wood. Ravenmount.
I mean,
like-
Shield Hall. Shield whatever would have worked.
Shield, okay, would have been
The one that you got before.
Yeah. Shield Watch, but I like. Actually, Shield Watch seems better for the battlefield, but so like better for the town, like being that there's a battlefield there. So I kind of
it's like a fortress settlement.
Yeah. Which gives it the smoke. It's like very surrounded. They've obviously like packed, like almost like a castle in a way.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's a fortress.
It's a fortress.
It's a military fortress. Yeah. And it was totally like one of the major fortresses
of this battle. Of like the old battles.
Yeah, of this war. Yeah, absolutely.
So I would say go ahead and throw up that sojourn then.
Yeah, okay.
So it's heart.
Yeah.
And you have +1 on it.
Yep.
Oh no!
And let's do that next time.
And we'll figure out where that goes next time. You find no help here. So
well, I mean, let's be though. I mean, like, are we thinking the same thing?
Is this entire place abandoned and it's ghosts?
One word on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fucking ghosts.
I think we'll sit down at the beginning of next session and talk about what ghost flavored stuff lies ahead.
Yep. And get excited. The spookiest.
We are in a ghost fortress, everybody. This is gonna be a fucking adventure.
We went from Ninja Forest to Ghost Fortress in 2 hours. I love this game.
This has been a hell of a game. Man.
Nice.
All right. Well, Steve, always a pleasure to play some fun-ass games with you.
Yeah, let's actually do this.
Yeah, I think
again and not wait a week.
No, we're gonna decide. I think the time next. We'll decide after this, but we're going back to weekly.
Cool.
All right, let's say goodbye to the internet for now, and we'll talk for a hot several seconds.
Goodbye, internet.
Goodbye, the internet. That scene didn't load. Whatever. Goodbye, the internet.